my friends, I have happiness in my hand and I'm ready to open it up. So I am wanting to do not only an unboxing, but I am wanting to do a design today. So when I release this, it should have a design going along with it. That's just been a lot of fun lately, and I just really want to do that. So I have heard cool things. I've heard lots of things about this. All I've seen is the sneak peek. I have not seen any actual like full unboxings. So this is Bohemian Nights collection. Nice. Okay, so we have 21 items here. Total value of $95.29. You guys, this costs $22.99, shipped straight to your door within the US. You cannot go wrong with this box. Let's see what we've got going on here. I heard this is finding heavy. So let's see. Oh, colors are cool. Okay. I'm super excited about this pendant. Yep, that pendant. That one right there. Yep. Oh, okay. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Okay. Let's go through it. Let's just get into it. Here we go. So we are starting off with the pendant. Super exciting. This is a 34 by 30 millimeter, 18 karat gold plated brass and cubic zirconia pendant. Oh, this is awesome. It is a $7.99 value. And oh, look at it gleam. Yeah, I'm really excited about this pendant. I think it's really cool that this is, you know, this kind of pendant. It's not just a gemstone pendant. And so something a little different. I really like it. And oh, look at it glisten. Good start. Love that thing. We're following up with two pieces here of 16 by 14 millimeter, 18 karat gold plated in brass. This is cubic zirconia star charms. This is cool. $7.99 value for these as well. And this is beautiful. Look at those. Yeah. So I did an unboxing of a haul. So I did my haul this morning and got that released, and I had ordered from Beadbox Bargain's website to kind of mesh with this this month's box. So I'm really excited. I think I did well with it. So we have number 3 here, 15-inch strand. This is 8 millimeter turquoise magnesite. This is dyed and heated. These are $7.99 value. And yeah, those are nice. Those are nice. I like these a lot. Different. Haven't had these in quite some time. And these are just fun. I love the ones that have those little cracklings through them. Beautiful color. I really like the color that they did with this. Those are nice. And then number 4, this is a 15-inch strand as well, 6 millimeter synthetic turquoise. This is man-made beads. These are matte round beads, $3.99 value. Really happy that this is 6 millimeter. Really liking the matte on them as well. Love me some 6 millimeters. Love them, and you see they go so well together. They really do look great together. See those? All right, so number 5, 7-inch strand here, 6 millimeter blue agate. These are dyed and heated. These are faceted round beads, $5.99 value. And I love me some agate. I love the creaminess that goes through these. I love the creaminess of agate. I love that, as you see here, they're not all perfectly round, you know. They've got their own little, besides the faceting, of course, they've got their own little character to them. And I just love them. I think they're gorgeous. I really like these guys. Yeah, lots of teal going on. I'm liking teal. This is cool. Number 6, 10 pieces here. This is 18 karat gold plated brass moon phase beads, $3.99 value. Oh, I like these. These are little thick guys. Okay, these are cool. Yeah, different. I like these. I like the thickness of these. Super cool. Definitely the same kind of gold that's going through everything, so that's always a positive. My mind's a churning. My mind's a churning. I'm going to be designing something and I'm going to be releasing something with this unboxing, and I'm excited. Number 7, 15-inch strand. This is 3mm. Oh, golden regulated quartz. These are faceted round beads, $8.99 value. I love these. I love these baby faceted gemstones. Look at that. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, here's a favorite. Here's a favorite. Loving these guys. Oh, so good. So good. So this goes really well. This goes really well together. I'm really loving that. And number 8, 7-inch strand here, 8mm star cut carnelian. These are dyed, okay, but these are faceted round beads, $5.99 value. And oh, I don't care that they're dyed. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. Oh, they are beautiful. I love carnelian. I do. I love star cut beads. This is a great size. I'm glad these aren't any bigger. I'm glad it's the size here. Oh, carnelian. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Look at that so far. Right? Number 9, we have 7-inch strand here, 6x5mm faceted crystal lantern beads in teal iris, $4.99 value. And these are what I call my star cut crystals. You know, every time I go to Beadbox Bargain's website, I do a search for lantern because these are lantern beads. Even though I call them star cut crystals, I apologize, but look at these. I love these beads. I love these beads. Favorite here. Ding, ding, ding. Love them. Love them. I love the tone of this color. I love the depth of it. And oh my goodness, those are just absolutely beautiful. Those are absolutely beautiful. Those are stunning. Those are going right up here. Big smiley face. See it there? Oh, I love them. Okay, number 10. This is 3x2mm. These are crystal faceted rondelle beads in bohemian mix. $3.99 value. Okay, all right. These are cool. These are cool. They kind of, well, they pull in the carnelian. I haven't seen what else is in the box, but I don't know. I guess this was a little more of a surprise to me than I thought it would be. They are super cool. Super cool. Look at them wink up at us. They are faceted and they are beautiful in their own right. I guess I'm just not feeling it necessarily, but still love these beads. Love those beads. Y'all definitely be utilizing those. Like it, like it, like it. So we're coming in here with number 11, and this is 10 pieces of 14x10mm glass crescent beads in champagne. Oh, $1.99 value. Okay, these are cool. You know what? I have some little stars that are exactly like this. Exactly like this. So it's completely clear on one side, and that spray paint that they do is on just one of the other sides, but it doesn't look like it's blanketed over all. You see here, it's just kind of barely hit on there. Okay, these are cool. These are cool. We'll have fun with those. Yeah, I like the shimmer that goes through those a lot. Number 12, 10 pieces here, 13mm glass moon and star coins in steel blue. $1.99 value. Oh, these are nice. I like these. I like these. So we have the etching that goes through those here with the little stars and the moon. Those are cool. There's one. I thought I saw one with white on it. Is that the only one? Yeah, I guess so. Well, still, that's cool. I like that guy. I like that guy. These are really cool. These will be fun. These will be fun. So we're pulling in a lot of different colors here. We have the different blues here, so it allows us that variation of different things to create, different things to do with this box. And then number 13, we're coming in here with 20 pieces, 10 millimeter crystal faceted round beads in jade blue, $3.99 value. I like the milkiness and the creaminess of these. Oh, I do. Look at them sparkle. That's cool. I like the faceting in those. That's really cool. Fun. Okay, so here we are. Fun, fun. So that looks really good together. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, those are different. I like those. I like those. Boy, those give a good, nice sparkle. Look at those. Yeah. Number 14, 2 pieces here of 9x7 millimeter, 18 karat gold plated brass and cubic zirconia moon charms. Oh, Amy. Oh, these are really cute. Okay, so here's the back and here's the front. Those are super cute. Little dainty guys. I like them. I like those little guys a lot. Then we have 4 pieces here of 22x16 millimeter, 18 karat gold plated brass crescent moon links, $2.99 value. Yeah, we are all over this crescent moon. All over it. Okay, these are cool. So lots that can be done with these. Okay, so we have the hole that's in there as well as those links, those loops on both sides. So they are two-sided, identical on both sides. Nice. Number 16 is a 30x21 millimeter, 18 karat gold plated brass chandelier pendant, $1.49 value. Okay, this will be fun. We can hang some stuff from these. Yeah, this will be fun. I'm immediately thinking of something with this. So that's always good. Yeah, he's a cool guy. And then we have 8 pieces, 10x7 millimeter, 18 karat gold plated stainless steel moon charms, $2.99 value. I'm liking that these are stainless. And so we have that little hole in one top part. And we have more moons. There we go. I'm liking that 18 karat gold plated. I really, really am. 18. Ooh, 100 pieces here. These are 3.5 by 2.5 millimeter faceted cubic spacer beads. Nice. Nice. These are $2.49 value. Oh, I like these. I like these. These are a brighter gold, but oh, these are nice. Yeah, these are cool. I like how many we get. I like the size of them. That'll be fun. So it's a little bit of that brighter gold. That's okay. That's okay. We can definitely pop them in somewhere. I like them. 19. 100 pieces here. 6 millimeter filigree bead caps. It's $1.49 value. I'm going to actually leave those in the bag. But those are cool. I actually like these. They're real dainty and thin, and you can really use them in so many things. So many things. Yeah, those are good. I like those. Okay, 26 millimeters here. This is an 18 karat gold plated in brass and cubic zirconia fold over moon clasp, $4.99 value. Okay, this is fun. Okay. So then here is, I really like that. That's really cool looking. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so fold over clasp here. So here's where your connection would go. My fingers just sometimes don't. There we go. Okay, so that's cool. We haven't had anything like this. Yeah, I like him. That's really cool. I might want to get an extra one of those. Cute. And then finally, last but certainly not least, we have 1 millimeter of 3x2 1 meter of 3x2mm hypoallergenic stainless steel cable chain. $4.99 value. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I love the daintiness of it. I love how dainty that is. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You guys, if you don't know Bargain Bead Box, if you've never received a box, if you've never shopped on their sister store website at beadboxbargains.com, you really, really should. If you have been around my channel for more than a minute, you see from all of these unboxings and from all of these designs and all of these bead hauls, like you can't go wrong with this box. Truly, you cannot go wrong with this box. And if you haven't ordered a box before, or if you have not went to their website and ordered before, use this code here. Take $2 off either your first box or your first order on beadboxbargains.com. But what's cool to remember is that not only are you getting a significant savings and deal on your monthly box, but then you get a 30% off coupon that you can use over and over and over on Beadbox Bargains website. And oh, do I. Okay, one more addition to that. They also run specials constantly. They have specials every weekend. They have these great YouTube videos that go over new gemstones and new items that's going to be on their website each week, as well as design options for the box, sneak peeks. I mean, you got to check them out, guys. You've got to check them out. And here I go. I'm going to do a little designing, and then we're going to come back here and we're going to make something together. Okay? So I'll see you here in a minute. All right, my friends. So as much as I tried to talk myself out of it, I decided on a bracelet. Shocker, shocker. I decided on a bracelet, and what I'm going to be using is, of course, contents from the box. What I'm using from my own stash is I have some labradorite chips, and I thought, the whole time I was opening this box and going through it, I thought, man, labradorite would be awesome in this. It would just be awesome. It would pull up that, because the labradorescence that's in it, that pop is that blue color, and I just think it'll be fun. And then I have some of these little bitty 3mm bicones, and these are the ones that I get from Hobby Lobby. They come like this, and it's just a couple bucks, and I like them a lot. They're really universal, easy to use. I also am bringing in some bead caps, so I have some of my little 4mm bead caps. I have some crimp tubes. I am using Coriana chain for one of the strands, so I have some gold Coriana chain. I am using lapis blue soft flex. So let's see, soft flex, medium, and dark lapis blue color. So I'm going to be pulling that in. These are cut to 6.5 inches. This is cut to 6 inches. And then last, I am bringing in some dark lapis blue 1.5mm leather cord for our closure. And then from the box, I have these beautiful little corrugated cuboid spacer beads. I'm using from that mix, that bohemian mix, I pulled out some of the white beads from there. I have 3 of our coin beads. I have some of our little 6mm guys here. I have some of the bead caps. I have some of the charms. I don't know which ones I'm going to use, but I'm surely going to use one of them at least. I have some of these little beads, and these are actually going to go on the leather cord. So I have those, and then some closures, lobster claw clasp, and we're ready to rock. Ready to go? Okay, so triple strand bracelet, 2 strands like this. 1 strand in the middle is going to be that Coriana chain with just a little embellishment in the center, I think. So let's start out here with the first strand, and I know on the first strand I am wanting this to be the focal. So I am going to bead cap that. So come in here, we'll pop on a bead cap. Oh, and I might want some bead bugs. Let me grab those. At least one was really handy, so there's that. Okay, so I'm going to bead cap this. And even though this bead cap is a little bit bigger than the actual bead, I just think it looks cool, and so I'm going with that instead of using our little bead caps. Now on each side of this, I wanted to pull up that navy blue, that deep blue, so I thought one of our little bicones would be good there. And then I want to do a series with these white beads and our little spacer beads. So I'm going to do on each side, I'm going to do white, spacer bead, and white. So pop that on this side. Okay, and then from there I want to pull in these guys. And what I think I'm going to do with those is I'm going to use these little bead caps. I'm going to put a bead cap, one of these. I'm not going to bead cap the other side of him. I'm going to bead cap fully the center, and I'm going to do a series of 3. Oh, another one. Hello. All right. So we have that. Let's pop on that other side. You know, I think I did pretty good with my Bead Box Bargains haul order that I did to kind of go with this box, to curate with this box. I think I did pretty good with that. So I'm going to be pulling in some things from Bead Box Bargains website for future designs. I'm really excited about those. And I do already have a couple other ideas for designs, but for this one with the unboxing, I really wanted this bracelet. So going with the bracelet. I think on this other side, I'm just wanting this other series that's right here. So I'm just going to pop right back in here. And do I? Yeah, I think so. Yep. So I'm going to do one of these, spacer, another white. I grabbed just enough of those, spacer and white, because I believe that's going to be the end for this strand. And at the end of this strand, I'm wanting to pull in some of my labradorite. So I'm going to do a series of 3 labradorite chips also for this. I'm wanting to bead cap that. So I'm going to start off with a bead cap. I'm going to do a labradorite chip. And these are just beautiful, aren't they? Oh my goodness. And I think it goes so well with this box. What I'm putting in between these is a crimp bead. Looky there. I think it's just going to look really cool. Let me close this, and then I'll be able to show you a little better. Okay, that way I can pick this up. So then we'll do another one of these. Crimp bead. These are just number 1 crimps. And then another one of these. And then at the end, I'm going to go ahead and pop on one of these. And I just really like the way that looks with that crimp bead in between them. Just kind of pops them each out on their own, kind of ends out this strand. And we may end up embellishing it just a little bit more towards the end. We'll see what the sizing ends up being. But our closure is going to be pretty big. Our closure will be about a good 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit longer. So I didn't want to go too heavy on these strands and end up having it too long. Okay, so we'll pop in here. We'll use you. Okay, then we will bead cap the end. That's just a really pretty strand. Pulls in kind of that variation of color. And I like the darks that go through these. Just really pretty, really pretty. So that's going to be one of our strands. For the other strand, let's come in here, and I want that to be an offset. Okay, so we'll do our center strand last. And on this offset, what I'm thinking is I want to start the center with this series here. So, because it's going to be a nice little, set in the middle. So let's come in here and we will start with that bead cap. Put on one of these. do a bead cap facing away because we're going to bead cap that center of the 3. And then a bead cap at the end of him. That's good. That's good. And then I think on each side of this, I'm wanting to do this series right here. I just think it's super cute. I really like that white with the gold pop. So do I want to put any of these in there? I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll just put them right around here. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here. We'll do white, spacer, white, pop on that other side, and do the same. So we'll do white, spacer, white. And then I think from there, I'll pop in these 2. Okay, so I'll bring these 2 in so that they are on these 2 sides. And so for that, let's go ahead and put one of our little bicones on. And then we'll bead cap. Oh. Okay, I'll replace him. And so we're going to pop that coin bead on. Then we'll bead cap that other side. Yeah. And then I'm thinking on this other side, I don't want to go right into these, but I do want that bicone. So let's pop on that bicone. Let's take that bead bug from this guy, put him over here. And then from here, I think I want to go into our labradorite. So let's do that. I'll bring those down here. So we're going to start with the bead cap. And we'll pop 3 of these on. Oh, Amy. So I wanted a crimp in between. I was just like, let's do it. Yeah, I want that spacing. That spacing is just super cool looking. And we'll bead cap that end. Then we'll go ahead and finish out this side because I think the only other thing I'm wanting to do is another series here. That way these are offset. So then I'm going to come in and I'll just do that white, spacer white. And then we'll, after I do the other side, we will check our length, see where we are, and see what we might want to do if we want to do something else. Okay, so from here, we're going to come in here with this coin bead. So we'll grab that bead cap. Bead cap him. Put this guy on, and then we'll come in with our lab. So we want a bead cap. There we go. We'll do labradorite, a crimp for our spacer. I'm just such a fan of these #1 crimp tubes for spacers. You know, I don't use #1 crimp tubes very often, and so, you know, I have really good crimp tubes. I use the Beadalon crimp tubes, but you know, I have other crimp tubes that I just never use. That's #1 and #2, and so it allows me to just use those as well. And they're cheap, so it's not like I'm, you know, having a lot going on there. Okay, spacer, yep, and white. Now let's do some measuring before I do this middle strand. Okay, And so that's just super cute, I think. I think that's really, really cute. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Come right over here, guys. And so for the length on this, about 4.5. Length on this guy, 4.5. Really? They're like spot on. 4.5. 4.5. Okay, that's awesome. So let's do our focal. So our focal, I don't want to bead this whole thing. Okay, I want that gold to shine through. And so that's why I'm using Coriana chain instead of soft flex for it. So I'm just wanting it to be like a little kind of accentuation, but it needs to not conflict with the sizing of the two strands that's on either side of it. And so what I think I'm going to do is I want to start the center of this with one of those. So the center of this is going to be that, actually I think I'm going to do that bicone. That would be cool. I'll do a bicone on each side. So I'll do one of these little bicones. That should fit. That should totally fit. I did test it. I did. Okay, let me give a little trim to this because he does look a little frayed. You see there? So I'll give him a little trim, see if that helps us in our scenario. Because I think that little pop in the center would look really cool with this. There it goes. Okay, and then we'll do white, gold, white. Our white. And I'll pop on another one of those little bicones. Okay. And then I think from here, so this is going to be the center right here. See how it kind of pulls all that in? I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, so then from here, I think I want to do, because what's not here in the center on all of these is the lab. And so I'll do some labradorite here on each side. Okay, and so we will do that bead cap. So we'll do that bead cap facing away from them. And then we'll come in here with our labradorite that, you know, I just put up. I just put it back over there. Okay, so let's do labradorite, crimp tube spacer bead, labradorite, little crimp, one more lab, where's your hole, big guy? There we go. And then I will just bead cap that end. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll do that bead cap, and I want that bead cap facing away. Come on. Okay, and then we'll do these little lab chips with a crimp tube in the middle of each. That was a blingy one. Look at that one there. So cool. Oh, that guy's blinging too. Okay, so we'll pop him on, and then we will do a bead cap. Okay, so here's what we're looking at so far. Let me bring this down just a bit. And we'll bring him down, then we'll see what that looks like in the center. All right. But I do think I want to do a white series at the end. I won't do the blue with it. I won't do the bicone, but I'll do that white, gold, white. Yeah, I got out enough. Yeah, then that's what I'll do. So white, our little gold spacer guy, and white. And what I'm thinking is this bracelet's going to go with a necklace and earrings design that I'm going to be doing. That will probably be the next tutorial. But I didn't want to do, because it'll be a little involved, and so I didn't want to do that after this unboxing and just make this video that much longer. So I figured I would wait on that. So that's why I'm doing yet another bracelet. Okay, so I do think I'm going to put a crimp tube at the end of here because I want it to be centered, and I don't want it to flow all over the place, right? So let's get a crimp tube on the end of each of these. Let's do a little bit of measuring and then see where we want that crimp to land. So I've got a crimp on there and crimp on here. Okay. And so I just want, because I don't know how much of this I'm taking off necessarily, so I want just equal amounts on each end. Okay, so on this end right now I'm at 1 3/4, and this end right now I'm at 2. So this one needs to, whoa, those, is that 2? Yeah, we'll get a different one of those, and then we'll measure again. Okay, and actually, before I crimp that off, let's close these and then we'll know what that size is. Okay, so with these being 4.5 and with our closure being right about 1.5, 2, I think we'll be good, okay, on our length, and we'll go ahead and close these out. Except now, of course, that I'm looking at it, I think it would look cool with one of those bicones at the end. I don't think it would make it that much longer to where it would. Yeah, I want one of those at the end. That'd look cool. And I'll do that at the end of all of them. Okay, so I'll go ahead at the end of this one, I'll go ahead and come in here. Let me get some number 2 crimps. And I have some number 2 crimps on the way. They will be here. I don't remember if it said today or tomorrow, but it's needed. I'm out of 2 of the colors of number 2, and that's what I have left of the gold. So that's where we're at. Okay, so while this one's bead bugged, I'll go ahead and get this knocked out here. Then after we get these strands situated, we'll talk about that closure. So I'm going to come up here. I'll go ahead and come up to the tip top. We'll just secure him real well. Bring up our clamshell. Make sure he's sideways in there. We'll close that off. Come to this other side and not forget our bicone. Bicone. Okay, and then we will bring in that clamshell, our number 2 crimp tube, and this one's going to go all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to fold this up. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, very pretty. I want to make sure there's movement with it, so I'm folding it up in my hand. Crimping that off. We'll trim him up. We'll close him off. Want of our strands. Bring this down. Bead bug. There it is. While this is open, I may as well go ahead and bicone both sides so I don't end up forgetting one of them. Me? Forget something? No. Okay, so we'll come in here with our clamshell. Number 2 crimp tube. We'll close them off up at the top. Slide that bad boy up. We'll close him off. Grab that other side here. Bring him up, and here's this one. So pretty. Close him off good. Trim him up. Wow. That one went somewhere. All right. So then let's reconfirm where we are here. We are at I'm just going to the tip here because we are going to the tip with our Coriana. So I'm going to the end of that bicone, into bicone 4 3/4. So we want this to be 4 3/4. I want that to be good and flat. Okay. Come right here. Whoop. 4 3/4. Okay, so now I want to have the same amount on each end. So I'm going to line these up. I'm going to make sure they're tight like I want them, right? So I'm going to make sure they're tight like I want them. I'm going to eyeball it first. You know, I made them tight like I wanted, but go. Let's look here. About even, so now let's measure them. 1, if I go down a little bit, about 1 1/4. No way. Okay, I'm leaving it. I'm not touching it. Just do this, hold on to it, make sure these guys are all in on their own. That's still looking good. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to squish him down just a little bit. He's only a placeholder. Just a little squish. Okay, just to keep him from moving around. Okay, then I'll come on this other side. Come in here with him. Little squish. Doesn't need to be anything dramatic, nothing like that. And this is pretty. So now we're going to come in here and we are going to crimp off the very tippy top of both of them. And for this one, I still went ahead and went that same length, even though I would have to incorporate this crimp. And it's because these have more depth to them. There's more dimension to them than this. This is thin. So with this being thinner, it's not going to be required to be as long as these, okay? So that's why I went with that being the size that we were going to go to. And with your Coriana chain, you want to make sure there is a tip sticking out of there, okay? If there's not, you may not have a secure crimp. So I'm going to come here, make sure that there's a little bit sticking out, crimp that off. Come up here, we'll close him off. The other side, do just the same thing. So we'll pop him on. Some showing there, a good crimp. I don't want to break that chain, but I want it to be good and secure. Close him up. Okay, so from here, come in here with these guys. Pretty. And for our closure, I'm going to jump ring these guys, because these guys are going to jump ring to our closure, and then one side of the jump ring is going to go to the lobster claw clasp. Okay, and for this I want to do a big jump ring. Okay, that way I know it's going to have plenty of movement, and since we're okay on our length, I'm going to go for that. So I'm going to go ahead here and grab this side. I'll go ahead and close him off. Okay, and when we come in here on this other side, I'm going to go ahead and place our lobster claw clasp. One, two, three, and lobster. So this is what we're looking at. Oh, my little placeholder. I didn't push it hard enough. Look, my little placeholder moved on one side. Not a problem. Come back in here and I'll squish him a little more. I didn't want him to be too flat, so I didn't want to squish too hard. There we go. Now let's see. There we go. Isn't that so cute? Look at this. Yeah, that's just adorable. And this looks so good there in the center. I like it, I like it, I like it. So for our closure, what I'm wanting to do here is this is going to be connecting to this jump ring, and it will have a jump ring on it towards the end that our lobster claw clasp will connect to. But I'm also wanting to embellish it. I'm wanting to put some goodies on there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, find my center. I'm just going to do a little overhand knot. So here with my center. And if you wanted to, you could do this and pop on your jump ring now instead of putting it on here first. Up to you guys. Okay, I'm just going to easily push it up. Just have a pretty little overhand knot. Okay, then I'll come in here and I'll pull one side, pull the other side. There we go. This is going to connect here. But I went ahead and did all this because I want to talk about what I want to do with this. So what I was thinking is putting these guys on there, right? We're gonna put a jump ring on there too, but these would fit. And so the way I wanted to do this is I wanted the two moons to face away from that center full moon. Okay, it may not be the way, you know, those work with the way that came, but it's the way it looks cute to me. And it's what I'm looking to do. Okay, so let me come in here. Oh, I verified these fit. Come on now. Okay, let's trim him. Yeah, he looks a little wonky. So we're going to be trimming off those ends anyhow. This one side of this one is a little smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to do this other moon facing away. Okay, so it's going to look really cute like that. Not cute, but I want it to be able to float. You know, I want it to be able to move around. Okay, let's see what our length is on this. Yeah, we're going to probably be looking at about 2. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, and first I'll go ahead and pop on one of our jump rings, and we're going to have to fix him anyways, but hey, we'll pop him on. Okay, and then from here, I'm just wanting to do another overhand knot. Okay, and so actually I want him to be on this one. There we go. Okay, so I want to come close to these guys, but I don't want to be on top of them. I want them to have some movement. Okay, so I'm going to come down here, make sure they're side to side, or next to each other, side by side. Okay, I'm going to come in here and just do a little overhand knot. Oh, and I had cut this to 7 inches. Sorry guys. And we will be cutting some of it off, but that 7 inches, it allows me the enough space to be able to make this second knot. I'm not the best at knotting, and so I want to make sure that I have enough room to make that knot. And you see, with 7, I kind of struggled with that knot. Okay, so I want them to have some floating room. So I don't want to go up too far. There we go. Just pulling it, cinching it, but I don't want to mar up that leather. And this is what we're looking at here for that little closure part. Super cute. So you can leave the tail as long as you want. Okay, I'm going to trim mine up a little bit. And this is what we're looking at. So this is going to connect here. So I'm going to open this back up. Pop this guy on, and ooh, let's do a couple of these here. Actually, we'll do this guy here, and then I'll open up that other side. There, that's good. And I wanted to also check this jump ring, because he looked a little bit off. He needs to be nice and tidy. Okay, so then on this side, let's go ahead and open up this jump ring, and let's put this guy on, a little cubic zirconia one. Super cute. Okay, and then from here we have our bracelet. Isn't that cute? It's going to fit really good. Really, really good. Love it, love it, love it. Super cute. So again, this is going to be the bracelet that goes to a necklace and a pair of earrings that I'll be making. I'm super happy that I got a design in with this unboxing. And my friends, if you don't know Bargain Bead Box, if you don't know beadboxbargains.com, you definitely should. If you've never ordered a box, if you've never shopped on their website, use this code Amy2 and get $2 off your first order or your first box. That code also helps me to get my box. Oops. You know, that was exciting. It helps me to get my box. So until we meet back here real soon, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.